right, now, if people are still, after all this time, worried and bothered by Will Smith's slap, they need to do like Elsa and let that shit go. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so serious. It's like, y'all dragging it now. Y'all are dragging it.
Don't play with me, oh, this shit gon' get graphic. They say that I'm the blueprint, yeah, they calling me schematic. Go crazy like a...
What's up, y'all? You already know the drill. Make sure that you're going over to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Check my description box. I just put up another podcast episode on there, exclusively on there, entitled Trust Yourself and Trust the Process. We had a good conversation. Thank you so much to the patrons. Check it out. Y'all already know. Check out my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/AvatarAdrian. We are moving. We are creating content. We are getting into it. Now, speaking of getting to it, I saw this headline and I wanted to get into it. All right. So it says, Will Smith is concerned that audiences will penalize his new film, Emancipation, because of Oscar's slap. Now, if you don't know what his movie Emancipation is about, I can give you a little rundown in a little bit, but first I want to talk about the things that he said on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, right? So when Noah, and this is coming from The Hollywood Reporter, I think. So when Noah asked Will Smith about his journey in the months since the slap incident, Will Smith began by saying that it was a horrific night. He was talking about there are many nuances and complexities to it, you know, but at the end of the day, I lost it. I guess what I would say is you just never know what somebody's going through. He continued by explaining that he was going through something that night, not that it justifies my behavior at all. You're asking what did I learn? And it's that we gotta be nice to each other. He was saying, you know, it's like, it's hard. And I guess the thing that was most painful for me is that I took my heart and I made it hard for other people. You know, it's like, I understood the idea when they say hurt people hurt people. Noah then was saying that, I guess one of his friends called him and said, oh, well, I guess that was a real Will Smith. I finally seen the real Smith on stage. But Noah disagreed, saying that he thought the actor just stood up for the wrong thing at the wrong time. And to me, I'm just like, we're rehashing this point over and over. Like, I don't think it was a wrong thing that he said. He defended his wife. Like, I don't know. Will Smith continued. He was like, it was a lot of things. It was a little boy that watched his father beat up his mother, you know, all of that just bubbled up in that moment. That's not who I want to be. In an interview with Washington, D.C.'s Fox affiliate ahead of his Daily Show appearance, Will Smith said he completely respects if audiences aren't ready to see his upcoming film Emancipation, but that his deepest hope is that his actions during the 2022 Academy Awards don't penalize my team. I completely understand that if someone is not ready, I would absolutely respect that and allow them their space to not be ready. And yeah, like I said, at this point, I think people are dragging it. Like, oh my God, like this shouldn't even be a worry. This shouldn't even be a concern to Will Smith, but I understand why it would be, because a lot of people are so fucking disingenuous. Like, y'all are going to remove this man from whatever consideration, the Academy, whatever, and act like he just is the worst of the worst. When, like, just take for example this shit from Newsweek, all right? So the internet responded to the Will Smith altercation by bringing attention to past Academy Award winners. Some of the most controversial include Roman Polanski and Harvey Weinstein. In 2003, Polanski won the award for Best Director and received a standing ovation at the ceremony despite fleeing the country in 1978, the night before his court date, to return to prison after sexually assaulting a minor the year prior. He walked away with all the kudos. Polanski is no longer a member of the Film Academy, though. And then Harvey Weinstein, who has won 81 Academy Awards, has had countless sexual assault allegations against him. Other Academy Award winners accused of sexual assault and harassment include Casey Affleck, Woody Allen, Kevin Spacey. So it's just like for the industry to be filled up with all of these like serial like abusers and violent people who like make it their life's goal to sexually harass people, rape, like it's just, and y'all be clapping for their fucking movies, y'all be going to see their movies. These actors and shit too, some of them who be, like I said, abusive and violent as fuck, and make it their habit, make it their fucking life's mission to just be a menace to society. Y'all award these people, y'all give them all types of, you know, accolades, y'all make sure they can run up and down in the industry and do what the fuck they want. So it's like y'all keep rehashing this Will Smith slap And it's like he might have lost it or whatever, but what he was doing was defending his fucking wife. Y'all favorite directors and actors and shit go out of their way to be abusive as fucked up people, and it's just, I don't get what's not clicking. I don't get what's not clicking. Like, at this point, y'all are, like, people are doing way too much. It's way too much. I mean, laundry list of allegations some of these directors, some of these showrunners, movie makers, some of these actors have laundry list of this shit. And y'all, as long as y'all can kiki and be entertained, as long as these people can be entertained by their films and by their movies, nobody brings the shit up. They be walking and be sitting around at these award shows, walking up, accepting the shit. And it's like, okay, so just because the violence does not happen on screen or, you know, at y'all award shows, it means that, like, we get to ignore that shit. Y'all get to ignore what these other people do consistently in their daily fucking lives to other human beings. Like, it's just so disingenuous. It's weird as fuck. It's weird as hell. Y'all do not go after these other people who are standing boldly and proudly in their allegations and shit. Like, do not give a fuck. Y'all do not go after their ass like this. It just gives very much like, how dare this nigga get on our stage and ruin our prestigious ass event. Like, that's what it gives. Because if y'all actually cared about violence, we would see it in the types of people that you choose to or not to nominate. You know, we would see it in the types of people that y'all choose to uplift and the movies that y'all choose to praise, and which ones y'all don't. And so it's like, y'all actually do not care about violence. Y'all don't. And so it's hilarious to see people try and conjure up some, you know, fake giving a fuck just because it's this nigga Will Smith. Meanwhile, y'all favorite directors and producers and fucking actors are consistently serial abusers and violent as fuck. So, like, it's just so disingenuous. It's disingenuous to me. Okay, real quick, I want to discuss what Emancipation, his movie, is about. Because when I saw that he was coming out with a new movie called Emancipation, I was just like, child, Hollywood and they slave movies, child. You know, but when I saw what it was about, I was like, okay, this is a cool direction. This is a cool direction. So Emancipation is based on the true story of an enslaved man named Peter who escaped from slavery and joined the Union Army. So I'm just like, okay, it's not gonna be just racist ass violence just for the sake of racist violence. Like, we're gonna see this man escape, right? So History.com says, by the time Peter made it to a Union encampment in Baton Rouge in March of 1863, Peter had already been through hell. Bloodhounds had chased him. He had been pursued for miles. He had run barefoot through creeks and across fields. He had survived, if barely, but his 10-day ordeal was nothing compared to what he had already been through. During Peter's enslavement on John and Bridget Lyons' Louisiana plantation, Peter endured not just the indignity of slavery, but a brutal whipping that nearly took his life. And when he joined the Union Army after his escape from slavery, Peter exposed his scars during a medical examination. And this is where this famous picture comes from today. Just a little bit more, the white soldiers who inspected Peter's like scars and stuff were horrified by his wounds. Suiting the action to the word, he pulled down the pile of dirty rags that half concealed his back, said a witness. It sent a thrill of horror to every white person present, but the few blacks who were waiting paid but little attention to the sad spectacle, such terrible scenes being painfully familiar to them all. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if y'all gonna be doing like movies around slavery and stuff, I feel like we've seen the brutality, we've seen the crazy ass, like I said, racist, horrible, horrific violence. So the fact that this is gonna be a story that's like we're gonna watch this man escape from that shit, I'm just like, okay, if y'all gonna do it, let it be something like that. But yeah, I just think it's wild, and I think that people who are really still talking about this goddamn slap, y'all need to find something better to do. It's done, it's over with, get over it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you check out all the links in my description box, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.